I am the owner of Marikuma Healing. All right. And today we are on part two of our Taurus 2026 year reading. The 2026 year readings is where I read about the year, right? Which is next year, and what it has in store for you, what your career, finance, love, family, friendship, and spiritual growth will be. Why was this year being the way that it was for some of y'all, and what is happening, right? As well as January through December, what to prepare, what to be ready for, what to kind of look out in, right? What to embrace, and kind of like, hey, if this is like a repeating thing, maybe don't do that. Flip the script, see what else happens, right? Some obstacles you may be facing, as well as solutions to help you with that, and the theme of the next year. So not only are we learning 2025 theme, we are also talking into 2026. Now, Marikuma Healing does way more than just card readings, though card readings is what I mainly do. I read playing cards. All right. I do not have oracle decks or tarots or anything like that yet. And what I do have on hand is playing cards, and I use playing cards to do my card readings. Now, other than card readings, what else do I do? I do palms, so I read your personality and character, whether from you or another person, through your hands, right? Your hands tell me a lot of things about you. I do counseling and advice. I give out counseling sessions. I have counseled quite a few people where my business has been running for almost 2 years. Now, speaking of 2 years, we are celebrating a year of YouTube on December the 20th, which is going to be on a Saturday. I don't know what I'm going to do. I either want to do it on the 19th, the 20th, or the 21st, okay? But I'm gonna try to do like a special video to celebrate the fact that we've been here for a year, guys. A year. Can you imagine? Like, I am so happy because I really didn't think I was gonna get a YouTube channel. Y'all don't understand. I was trying to get this thing since like 2023 to 2024. Okay. American Healing was going to originally be on YouTube, but TikTok took me in. So they were like, oh, you know what? Welcome to the platform, baby. I said, okay, bet. And I've been on TikTok for 2 years doing this business, okay? My main, my main plane. But anyways, other than card readings, palm readings, and cards, right? Counseling and advices and all that. I do a lot of videos about healing from trauma, abuse, toxic relationships, how to build your confidence up, how to express yourself, right? I think we live in a world where it's very cute to pretend that we're okay when we're not, to push ourselves past our breaking point, because that's how you show that you're a hardworking, admirable, amazing and strong willed person, instead of sitting down and listening to yourself. Really listen to what you need. Feel your needs, right? Love yourself and see how amazing you are, whether you're resting, or whether you're being productive, whether you're doing small errands. You're good enough. That's what my business is all about at the end of the day, is building you guys up, allowing yourself to see who you are, accept yourself for who you are, and heal. We learn to love each other and love ourselves. At the same time, we do a bunch of witchcraft things. Okay, we talk about black salt and protection and money magic. And next year is going to be a lot of new things heading, guys. And one of the new things we'll be doing for our witchy vids is about love. That's right. We're tapping into self love and how to make charms for ourselves to love ourselves, right? Because before you're trying to charm and make somebody else fall in love with you, I feel like, my opinion, okay, I'm still learning as I go along. I'm a self taught witch. I don't have somebody like guiding me and teaching me how to do these things. It's just one woman, the universe, her spirit guides, and her guardian angels. We're just making it work. So, you know, it gets done. It just gets done in the most unique and interesting way. It's all I can say. But we're going to be doing stuff like that. And I'm really excited to tap into it. So, yeah, a lot next year, we're going to be doing some not correspondence. I'm gonna be doing what is it? 2024. I did a lot of like people invited me to their lives. I invited them to mine. We did a lot of it's not corresponding, man. It's something else that starts with a C. Yeah, I think that's the one. But I can't say it. I cannot say it. I don't know how. Anyways, it'll come to me later. Right? In the middle of the night, the thought will be like, oh, this is what you were trying to say. Thanks. Totally reliable now. Anywho, yeah, we're going to have a lot of new things coming, so stay tuned for more. It's going to be really fun. Now, without further ado, introductions out of the way, let's get to y'all's reading, shall we? All right. So, we are going to be getting into January through December. It's split up into 4 cards for 4 themes, and each year, like the whole year itself, is split up into like 1/4. Okay. So January, February, March is all about miscommunication and misunderstanding. This is because of untruthfulness, untrustworthiness, and theft. So not being very trustworthy to people, and also going through like really hard experiences that may have been like, that's like, here's the thing. I get you guys. When I don't trust people, right, I'm not going to be as opening and as forthcoming. Now, at the same time, it's weird for me because my business is all about being vulnerable and open, right? So, me doing these videos for you guys, as well as for myself, and me just doing it like being around other people, I'd be like, look, there's certain things I say on these videos, I'm just gonna have to stick with it. And there's other things that I don't go into details about. So, like, I understand through experiences, you're not somebody that's going to be opening up because you don't trust people, situations, and things. Because you're learning through last year's experience and the experience before that, that people aren't shit. Some people are. Some people are amazing and kind and empathetic and loving. But there are a lot of people that have done y'all dirty. And so for January, February, and March, if we're not communicating and not really being understood, either we're not allowing ourselves to communicate and be understood, or when we are, we're just weeding out the people. Okay? When I say weeding out people, what I mean is this. If I give you who I am, right? And I tell you guys a lot of times, I'm an interesting person. I'm not saying it's all about me. The reason why I say I'm interesting is because my personality is unique. I can be bubbly and outgoing and energetic on one time, and I can be really calm and laid back and observant the other time. And I kind of just like, I don't fit into any one box. You know what I mean? I'm just mutable. And so when I'm with other people, I like to watch them. I like to see their character. And I like to see the vibe. If the vibe ain't right, I'm not engaging. And the vibe is right, then I will engage and I'll make effort. And if I have to try to be the icebreaker, then I'll do the icebreaking thing. But I don't trust people off the bat. It doesn't mean I'm going to treat you shitty. I'm just not going to go over there and be surprised when shit hits the fan. Like, look, I didn't trust you anyway. So, like, if you did some flugazy, shady thing, I was fully prepared to see that because I didn't have any hope, man. I didn't have any hope. I'm just here trying to give people chances despite the fact that I don't believe people say. Not all the time, right? So if you're being yourself and people don't accept you, you're kicking them to the side. If I'm expressing myself to you, I'm showing you who I am. And you're just kind of like giving a funky vibe, or you're not being respectful and kind, or you're just giving off like shady flugazy, then I'm putting you where the flugazy and shady people are, away from me, right? Victory and achievement will totally help you with your untruthfulness and trustworthiness. And at the end of the day, the outcome is going to be discord, dishonor, and hollow victories. So while we're communicating and expressing ourselves, the people who choose not to communicate, right? So if it's always having to be about them, we're kicking them out of our lives. if it's always one-sided and you don't feel like you can be yourself with somebody and they say yes you can, but every time you try they judge you, they lie all the time, they're deceitful, they're two-faced, they rob you of money, time, energy, and effort, they make you feel drained, they give you disrespectful energy, and it's just a lot of madness, right? Kick them to the side, guys. Y'all don't have to deal with these dumb people. I ain't even gonna lie, bro. I'm not. If you're gonna be untruthful, untrustworthy, and robbing me, and you're gonna be disrespectful, giving me crazy fucked up energy, I'm cutting you out. Okay? My victories are my achievements. I'm not gonna be here with people who only are with me when the things are good. Okay? And I can see why January, February, March, y'all not talking to nobody. There's some people you are going to really just cut off and disconnect because they had their time, their subscription has ran dry, they cannot resubscribe. And if you're not going to respect me, if you're not going to talk back with me, right? Like if I'm talking to you, you're listening, you're hearing me out, right? And then when you talk to me, I sit quietly, I listen, I hear what you're saying, I do my best to understand where you're coming from. And it's a back and forth thing, right? Let's be cute. You don't understand what I'm trying to say. It takes patience and time to get to that conversation, to make sure that we get where we can be able to get one another. Because again, my slang is incredibly outdated. It is not up to date with the way that I express myself through slang, right? Through improper forms of English or whatever you want to call it. And sometimes people don't understand what you're saying, but they'll try their best. If you are not making an effort or doing the work, you can get cuts. You're gonna go to this point, bro. You're gonna go through this point. You're gonna be kicking people out of your life. You are, and you know what? It's okay. It is. Because some people, like, here's the thing, if you keep certain people, right? Certain people in your life, and they're not supposed to be in your life, you're going to have a lot of trials and tribulations. I want you to think of it, right? This is the dam, right? This is the dam, and I am the water. This water is overfilling with abundance, with prosperity, with blessings, but there's people holding it back. When you kick them out of your life, that blessings and prosperity flows to you because they're secretly going behind your back, praying for you not to have a good time, praying for you not to be successful, praying for you not to be happy. And you may be thinking, oh, they're my best friend, they're my family. Listen, the hardest betrayal is most coming from people who are close to you. I ain't saying all of them, because there's some fake people in y'all's life, Taurus. And this coming year, you're going to be kicking them out. Okay. I'm just going to let it ride. Okay. Speaking of kicking people out, it doesn't always mean that you like it, okay? But it needs to be done. I've kicked out a lot of people that were supposed to be my family, that were supposed to be my friends, that were supposed to be the people that are in my inner sanctum, like my inner circle, right? The ones who get to see like the unedited version of me. I'm not telling y'all that I don't give you guys this version. This version is myself. But like when I'm having a bad day, right? And I'm doing videos and I'm smiling and I'm like, hey guys, I'm a little bit out of it, but hey, we're here. Let's do it. Right? They're the kind of people that probably see me cry. I'm not going to cry in front of a lot of people. And when I do, it's real. Right? But they see that. They see the rawness of the emotion. They see the imperfection. They see the cracks and the dents because I'm comfortable for them seeing that. But this year, for what's left of this year, you're going to start figuring out some people who have not been treating you right, get cut. People who cause you unnecessary drama and problems get cut. And this coming year, if you did not cut them this time, you cutting them for 2026. 2026 is going to get you like, yo, I was nice last time, bro. I waited. I waited a whole year for you to be doing this. Now we're making you do this. They need to go. They have needed been gone to like yesterday. Okay? Nah, bro, we're not about to do all that. April, May, and June is all about resentment. Okay? This is what I mean. Keeping people who are not worth your time is going to build up to this. You're going to resent yourself and you're going to resent those people because you're going to resent yourself that you wasted all that time with them. And you're going to resent the people for wasting your time and suckering you and getting you back to being with them again. So why are we having resentment? This is all because of, excuse me, competition and disagreement. Y'all have been having this. On part one, this has popped up like what, 2 to 3 times? Maybe it happened only once, but I feel like, nah, it happened twice to 3. 2 to 3 times this card popped up in part one. Because in part one, we talked about the theme of 2025 and your career and all of that. This part, we're talking about the year itself and what's going to be happening. So competition and disagreement has led you to have resentment. So either somebody's going too far with it or something weird happened, right? Unreliability and taking risk is what's going to help you with this. So again, don't be reliable to unreliable people. If I can't rely on you, if I can't depend on you, what good are you? And I know that I'm going to sound really mean and very ghetto in these 2026 year readings versus like last year when I did it, right, for 2024. And I was like, hi guys, today we're going to be talking about 2025. All right, guys, it's okay. Let's just jump into the water slowly, right? No, man, we doing this crash course. This is 2026 is going to be a great year for you guys, but it's also going to be a learning thing. It's going to be adapting and leveling up. A lot of you guys, all the zodiac signs from Aries to Pisces, leveling up. Leveling up. That's what y'all gonna be doing. Because I've just, the way that I see it, man, at the end of the day, y'all are gonna really learn how to get the things that you want, tap into your abilities, and kick unnecessary people out. Maybe you didn't do it all this year, but you're not going to tolerate less because you deserve the best. And you're going to learn how to run with that. So with unreliability, right, and taking a risk, being impulsive. Do not be impulsive. Don't do that. Be reliable to reliable people. Be reliable to those who are dependable and practical and can make sense and they work and they use your time, energy, and effort wisely, right? They help you, you help them. It's an easy flowing relationship. There's nothing nefarious behind it. They're not using and abusing you for money, status, and more. Okay? And taking risk, try new things. Try new things. Be creative. Y'all have that ability. All the zodiac signs have some form of creativity. Okay? The fire signs' creativity is through their magnetic personality. The earth signs' creativity is through our thoughts. We're excellent problem solvers. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorns unite. Y'all can solve problems. You're smart, Taurus. You're not a dummy. You're not just a pretty face. You have a mind. Okay? You have thoughts. That means you can look at something and have fun with it. So when I say have fun with it and be creative, what I mean is instead of looking at this as like a book, right? This is just a book. It can be a book. It can also be something that I can have fun with and build, right? They can be used as building blocks. This could be something that I use to have something be lifted up and prepped, right? You can use things in more than one way. Maybe a book wasn't the best example, right? But maybe a brick. You can use it as a battle weapon and throw it. You can use it as something to use as a hammer. You can use it as like a resting stop for a door. Just because it's a brick doesn't mean it can't be something else, right? Have fun with it. Be creative and see where things go. Look at the problem in a different angle. Okay? Taking risk is trying to have fun and do new things. And if you're scared to do new things because you don't think you can do it, or because you don't think you're good enough, or you're competing with yourself, and the other part of you that's competing with you, right? You competing with you, the other side of you is just like, you know what? Try as you may and do what you can, but it's never going to be enough. Don't listen to that side of you. I know that I sound like I got off topic. I came back in. I came back in, but like, you're gonna have to learn how to let go of the resentment. If the competition is no longer a fun game, then it needs to stop. Competition is supposed to be a fun game to lift you up, to raise you to your goals. Okay, so when I'm competing with myself, right? Like this year was left of 2025, if we're being really honest with you, right? Um, Hopefully I can get close to 100 subscribers by the end of 2025. 2026, my goal is to have 500 subscribers, okay? And I'm already at like 900 and something videos, so maybe let's be cute and say 2,000 videos by the end of 2026. 1,500, right? And it'll be like, Spanish videos as well as English videos because I know that I'm behind on that. But like, it's a game. This is something that I can be like, okay, well, this month, my goal is to get 20 subscribers and make 25 videos each month, right? That's nowhere near me getting to have 2,000 or whatever, but like it's just the thing. It's a reasonable goal. I can meet it. If I don't meet it, that's okay. There's always next time. You don't have to be the most perfect and best person and the alpha and the omega and the mega and the alpha, all right? Don't waste your time on things that are too much. Ask for help. Sometimes having somebody help you out and not burn yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and physically can also help you get your goals met. Now, your outcome for April, May, and June is all about endurance, diligence, and strength. So, endurance, being able to keep on going, diligence, practicing and being precise, have a constant and steady rhythm and beat, okay? Strength. Strength doesn't always have to be a physical thing. Yeah, it can be a mental, emotional, and spiritual thing as well. Mental strength means I have a strong mind. I'm going to look at things in a calm and logical way. Strength in my heart means even though I do have emotions and feelings, I'm not going to let my feelings and emotions cloud me, but I'm also going to be able to express myself in a healthy manner without exploding with feelings and emotion, okay? And like physical, again, body mechanics. When my body is tired, when I'm feeling kind of dazed and kind of like meh, I take a break. I watch Corey Kenshin or I watch Beaten Box, which I will probably put the name down when the video's there. They're really good YouTubers to watch. But yeah, I watch YouTube or I do, a puzzle. I come back, I'm rested, and then I go on. Just because I'm strong physically doesn't mean that I'm going to push myself past my points. Like if I have to, fine. But after I'm done pushing myself, I'm going to rest just as hard. And spiritual strength is not wasting your time with things that don't make no sense. If I have to compete with somebody because they want to like dominate and outbeat me. That's not worth my time, bro. Competition, again, is a game. Time, energy, and effort. We're going to get to this one. Time, energy, and effort. These cards are all about time, energy, and effort. What you do with your time, how you use your energy, and how much effort to put into. Okay? So learn to let go of the resentments. It's not worth it. Just because you're learning to let go of having resentment does not mean that you're forgiving the people putting you through all this jazz. But please don't have resentment with yourself, okay? The only person you should ever forgive, in my opinion, is you. You should always forgive you. We're all somebody's villain in somebody's story. And we're somebody's hero and somebody's something, okay? I am a villain in quite a few people's stories because that's the role that I played. Am I the same person in that story? No. But was I that person? Absolutely, I was. Am I saying this to like out myself or whatever? No. I'm just saying that for April, May, and June, learn to let go of the resentment. Don't go over there and overdo it with the competition. Start small. Do not be reliable to unreliable people. Don't be impulsive in your actions. Try new things. That's what you can do. Your life is supposed to be experienced and lived and enjoyed and have the good and the bad and the ugly and the messy. It's supposed to have all that. But I'm not going to go over there and be like, I am God. I am not God. I'm not Jesus. I'm not the gods and goddesses and divine entities and spirits that guide us and lead us on our journey, right? I'm not them. I'm not even saying it to be rude. I'm a person. I'm flesh, bones, and blood, and that means I'm imperfect. I have my flaws. I'm messy and raw and untamed at times. You don't see it because I'm on video, but like, you know what I mean, right? So April, May, and June, focus on the competition as a game, okay? As well as don't be reliable to unreliable people and use your time, energy, and effort wisely. Don't go over there and be with people who are going to drain the fuck out of you. Energy vampires exist. They may not be like Dracula or whatever, but they will suck your energy dry. Um, just one moment, guys. Just one moment. I'm gonna get out of here really quick. My mom had left me a message, so I was just trying to hear what she said. Um, again, I think the biggest thing for my lives is I'm just gonna be fucking eating and doing these readings, so I apologize. One more bite. Okay. You let me do a lot of things on these lives, man. I don't know how, but I appreciate y'all's love and support. All right, buddies. We talked about January, February, March, April, May, and June. What does July, August, and September have in store, right? Loss and despair. This is the card of grieving. Before anybody come after me and be like, you said this year was going to be amazing. This sounds like a downer. I'm not communicating and being expressive, right? I'm not having people understand me on the first 3 months. I'm dealing with resentment on the other 3 months. And this one's all about grieving. So you're telling me for the first 9 months of the year, I'm just going to go through a bunch of shit. No, baby. You're going to release. Grieving's not a bad thing. Grieving is not a bad thing, guys. I know that it's not a comfortable thing. Believe and receive, I get that. But grieving allows you to release. Okay, I want y'all to really sit down and think while you're listening to me do this video, right? How much of you guys, because I know I hold in a lot of things, and when I grieve, right, when I allow myself to cry, when I allow myself to be angry and just feel it, it allows me to let go because I've been holding it on to it a long time. So y'all either may have lost somebody very important. Maybe you lost yourself to somebody. Maybe you're so used to like being a certain person for somebody else that you forgot to be yourself and you neglected yourself from you. Yeah, they're doing some work. So, sorry, it's gonna be louder now, okay? I didn't know that it had it on such a low volume, so hopefully you guys can hear me. Sometimes my phone is very fucking cute and it has volume, but the video will not have volume. I don't know how the fuck that happens, but it is. Anyways, like I was saying, right? Sometimes we lose ourselves to be with people. Sometimes we have to let go parts of ourselves that we thought we could bring in and stay with, right? But we change and evolve every day. The person that you were when you stepped into 2025 versus the person that you are right now, right here and right now, leaving, right? Getting ready to leave 25 and enter into the next year. You're not the same person. I can tell y'all right here and right now, I'm not the same woman that I was in the beginning of this year to this year right now, like to this moment. I'm not her. There's been a lot of things that I had to learn to let go of, be able to move past, and there's been new thoughts and ideas and morals that I had to pick up. There's a lot of things I didn't think that I was going to be able to do this year that I have done. And it showed me a lot about relationships and family and connections and things, and how, like, family is not black and white. It's not always ABC equaling one, two, three. There are some very, like, complex, diverse relationships and pairings and things of that nature. You know what I mean? Like, family is such a complex subject and topic because it's not easy. There are some people who pretend to be your family and they're fake. They are. They just want to use you for everything. And then when you tell them that what they're doing is hurting you, they don't care. You know what I mean? Like, that's a thing. That's a possible thing. And though you don't want to let them go, you do. I learned that this year. I learned that the ideas that I had for certain things was not right. And so I think for next year, that could be something that you guys are going through, right? You are learning about how to be a healthy version of yourself, how to go through things without losing your shit or like being provoked to go to your old ways, right? Because you're growing and you're learning and you're evolving. So you're going to be letting go of some beliefs that you had to make room for new beliefs and new things that are going to help you skyrocket past 2026 to 2027 and the years before. You know, like ahead of time is what I mean. So, I don't know. Anyways, I pulled out the cards. Again, we are greeted with Discord, Dishonor, and Hall of Victory. Remember, we just got done having this as an outcome for this. So we're still dealing with it. We're still dealing with disrespectful people. Maybe we're disrespecting ourselves because, hey, I'm angry at you, but I can handle my anger better than anybody. I've been there and I've done that, guys. Don't take your frustrations out on other people, out on yourself. Don't do it. As somebody who's had it for like years, it's not worth it. You destroying yourself, and it's not healthy. Now, you may not be able to talk to the people that did all this shit to you, right? But you have to be able to be nice to yourself. Because at the end of the day, you are your first lover. You are your first friend. You are the one with you at the end of the day. Like right here, right now, right? Yes, I have you guys online. But it's me in this room with myself. I'm with me 24/7, 365. Yes, I have people around me, and my friends and my families and things around me. And I respect the fuck out of them. I do. But they're not with me when I'm sleeping. They're not with me when I'm awake. They're not with me when I'm taking a shower. They're not with me when I'm thinking. They're not in my brain. It's not like Inside Out where I have like people living in there, right? It's not like that. So if I'm not going to be a safe place for myself, that's a problem. It is. It's a problem. You cannot be like you have to be somewhere where you feel safe with you, bro. Or you're going to try to find safety somewhere else that is not even good for you to be around. All right? All right. So like I was saying, you are dealing with having to cut people off and that makes you sad. Thank you guys for those who said bless you and gesundheit. Thank you, thank you. It's very sweet. You didn't have to say it if you didn't say it, bro. No harm, no foul. But yeah, because you're seeing discord, dishonor, and hella victory, you are going to emotional detachment and choices. We are cutting off people emotionally because they are no longer healthy to be around. Is it something that we want to do? No. It's not easy detaching from somebody. A lot of people think that just because I go over there, if like, okay, like if I cut somebody off, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I use myself a lot. I use myself a lot because there's a lot of things that I've learned. Hold on. Yes. Okay. Sorry, guys. Just hold on a moment, okay? Yeah. Sorry, guys. My mom had asked me to do something. So yeah, I think I'm finally figuring out how to pause it. Took me almost a year to figure it out. Hmm. So yeah, we're talking about loss and despair being for July, August, and September. Live. We are cutting off toxic people from our life. We are. If you didn't do it for the first 3 months, or for April, May, and June, July, August, September is the time. You are grieving because of the discord, dishonor, and hell of victory. So the disrespect, the dysfunctional energy, the drama, and the problems, and the nonsense, right? The toxicity. You decided, all right, I'm going to emotionally detach from these people, and I'm making choices. I'm choosing me. While you're choosing yourself and learning how to grieve over the relationships you wish you had with the people, how you lost yourself in the process of being with the people, and how you made yourself feel and not listen to your own needs, right? Because again, you guys are doing quite a bit of spiritual growth while you're doing your whole year for 2026, okay? Again, watch part one if you haven't. Watch that first before watching this because this is only half of your reading. Your career, your love, your finance, your family, your friends, right? Your spiritual outlook and the energy that you're bringing in for this coming year is all expressed in, like, in detail for part one, as well as understanding why 2025 has been the way that it is. So while we're detaching from unnecessary people, learning to love ourselves again, learning to build ourselves up and making choices that are healthy and that make us happy and be dependable and practical to others. But we are also going to do things that make sense. Okay, you're going to ask yourself before you connect with anybody, is this person somebody that I can rely on? Are they a good person for me to hang out with? Do they match my energy and my personality? Because you don't have to have like a person that you think is going to be good, like somebody who's never got into trouble and all that. Everybody got their flaws. When I say picking people for you, I mean people who are open minded, people who are funny and happy and like authentic and genuine and real, right? Those kinds of people. Wait, I'm sorry, guys. Just one moment. Sorry. This time for sure, guys, I'm back, okay? Unless somebody asks for me, I am here. I am here. So, yeah, again, practical for you, dependable for you. People that are authentic and real. It's time to make healthy connections for yourself, with yourself, and with others. Because, baby, you don't deserve to be treated like shit, bro. Nah, not Taurus. Maybe Taurus's enemies, but not Taurus. All right. Now, we talked about the 9 months ahead. Let's get into the last three, right? The home stretch. Attention to detail, focus, and practice. So, time, energy, and effort for October, November, and December. Let's go, bro. Teamwork. Y'all gonna need it. Teamwork makes the dream work. Y'all don't have to do everything by yourself. Nightmare, worry, problem, and guilt. We gonna get into it. Let's go, bro. You don't understand. This is also gonna be your solution, baby. For we're gonna get to this after we're done with the December thing, okay? Because we're getting into your problems, your themes, and all that. So your solution is also the outcome for December and October and November. We're getting resources. We're obtaining resources and being able to give and receive money. Okay, but how do we get to that? Firstly, teamwork will make you feel a lot better. You are focusing your time, energy, and effort on what you can do on your own and what you need teamwork on. Just because you use people, okay, let me phrase it in a more nicer way, right? Because some people take that to like they make it look bad. When I say use people, I'm not talking about abusing and all that. I'm just saying, right, that you're going to allow people to assist you to lift you up. You all have the same goal and the same dream. So instead of doing it individually, y'all work together and make it go by a lot faster, easier. And, it gets you guys to where you need to be. Okay. While we're using teamwork, this is going to help us not be overwhelmed. Whatever is giving you problems, right? Nightmare, problem, worry, and guilt. You may feel guilty because you're learning to choose yourself and you're learning to ask for help and you're learning to be healthy. Okay? If y'all think that anything in this world is going to make you perfect, think again. Perfection is an illusion, it's a lie. All right? It's smoke and mirrors. It's all that it is. We live in an imperfect universe. Now, I'm not saying the universe itself is not perfect. It has its things that magically, with every nook and cranny, fall in place and work together. Okay? But our reality is what I'm saying that's imperfect. We live in an imperfect reality. The realm, the physical dimension that we're in right now, right here, okay? Not in this place, but in this space, okay? Is not perfect. It is messy and it is flawed and it's raw and untamed. And when I say raw and untamed, I mean like it's not patty cakes all the time. It's not roses and sugar plums all day long. It's sometimes madness and chaos and it's disturbing and weird, but at the same time, it's the world and the reality and the realm that we are in. Okay? This is the space that we're living in. So if you think about being perfect and you have to do everything on your own and that it's going to be fine because you are the, listen, Earth baby to my Earth babies, Virgo to Taurus. I am not perfect. You are not perfect. This whole world is not perfect. Perfection is for the higher divine power may be, baby. We're not there. We're not that level, baby. We're not at that top notch boss level. We're at this thing right here. Divine perfection is up here. We're not there. We can't reach it. You know what I mean? So, again, I'm proud that you're using teamwork to help you out. I'm happy that you're not giving in to stress because if it is stressing you, it's blocking your blessings. Stress blocks bless. If you want to have the blessing, you got to work on the stressing. I'm not saying that you can't stress, but you can't let your stress get in front of your team and you can't let it get in front of your goals. Okay? So I'm happy you guys are asking for help. I'm happy that y'all are using and allowing other people to give you a helping hand because you're still independent and you are absolutely in charge of your life. But it helps to have extra hands. You know what I mean? It helps me to have teamwork. And I feel like as a Virgo, I have the right to say that I'm the queen, king, and royal in between of perfectionism. Because everything has its place, and every place has a thing, and everything has its function, and every function has a thing. Yeah, nah. I mean, granted, I'm not the perfectionist Virgo. I'm more of like, the method to the madness Virgo, but like everybody got their thing, you know what I mean? So, yeah. All right, so I'm happy. You guys are totally going to be getting things done on December. Things are going to be falling into place. You're definitely crushing it. All right. Now let's get into the problem. Creativity and charisma. Charisma is charm, okay? Bro, let me just look at this really quick. Y'all's reading is, I ain't gonna lie, y'all. It's interesting. That's all I can say. Hmm. I see it, but it's really hard to explain it. So okay, let's give it a go, right? Let's give it a shot. Your problem is creativity and charisma. Charisma is gift, all right? Every baby, every old person, every tall, short, whatever your color may be, whoever you may be, right? A queen, a king, a royal in between. Everybody has charm. Your charm is what brings people to you. It is not money. It is not status quo. It is not the materialistic things. Some of y'all gonna be like, people come to me because I got that dough. No, no, baby. That's not the charm I'm talking about. We're not talking about Richard Bucks and plenty. Okay? We are talking about you're funny, you're kind, you're smart, you're somebody that makes people feel safe. You're a person that can rally up people. When you speak, people listen. And when you guide, people like go to you. You're the leader of people. You're the inspirational. You're the loving and kind and funny and sweet. You're the strong. You have your own gifts. Y'all gonna have a hard time this coming year to tap into your charisma. You guys are charming. You have swag. You do. So, like, don't be afraid of tapping into the things that you're good at and just, using it. Use your gifts. Now, creativity. We talked about that quite often. I think we kind of did a little bit of that for your month readings. I don't think so much on part one of this 2026 reading. But creativity is this, right? Problem A has more than solution A. Sometimes solution A is something we don't have. So we have to find solution B, C, D, and above and beyond, right? So just because I have a problem doesn't mean I have one solution. I have many solutions to solve this one problem. And one solution can be used to solve other problems, not just one. All right. When you think of it like that, when you start to see things at a different angle and all, you're able to get a picture, try new things, and also be able to solve your problems a lot better. Because if you get stuck on one solution that you don't have, it's going to take forever to try to come up with it. Sometimes thinking outside the box, looking at a different angle, it helps. Now, the reason why we're having this problem is because of togetherness. Joy and celebration. All right, so join company, celebration, and friendship. The together card. The card of togetherness. I know it sounds real cheesy, but it is what it is. So, what will help you connect with people is having planning and preparing. Here's the thing, make sure that if you do have your people that you like hanging out with, right? Because I don't think you guys have everybody who's against you. I just think that there's like a handful of snakes that are pretending to be worms. And they're not worms, they're cobras, they're vipers. There's alligators and crocodiles and sharks and piranhas that are around disguising themselves as something else. When you start connecting with new people and doing new things and kind of just like, oh my goodness, okay, and you want to spend time with them, right? Because you're going to have to learn how to manage your time better. With creativity and charisma, you're using your charm and your creative skills to get new opportunities that are going to give you victory and achievements, okay? Which is your outcome. But how are you getting that outcome is because you're planning and you're preparing. I'm planning my time wisely. I'm preparing to do these new things and I'm going after it. I'm going to be able to have time with the people that I love and the people that love me. And I'm also going to have time for myself and work and do my own stuff. You can have it all. You just have to plan and prepare your time wisely. Like, I have time with my family on the weekends, right? Like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I take time for them. That means from Monday to Thursday, sometimes Friday mornings, I'm doing videos and I'm talking to other people. I'm trying to get readings and things out of the way. I have to manage my time a little bit more wisely if I'm going to be honest about it. Okay. I do. But it's not impossible. Just like it's not impossible for you to do the things that you want to do, hang out with the people you like, work, and all that. It just takes time management and dedication. Okay? So, planning, preparing to be with people who love you genuinely for who you are, that embrace your gifts and your talents and your creativity, will automatically have victory and achievements, which is what this main thing is going to be about. 2026 is all about victory and achievements for you. To get to this, you just got to get rid of people weighing you down. And that doesn't mean the people who are always looking out for you. I'm talking about the people who are fake. Okay, we had a whole 45 minutes about it, bro. Fake ass people can get to the door. Don't let the door hit you with a cosmic divine flow put you, bro. Like, look, not this year, not the rest of this coming 2026. Nah, we're not dealing with that. Now, how are you getting these opportunities, right? How are you obtaining? Okay, I'm gonna do it again. No, no. How are you getting these resources? are you getting the resources? Okay. Let's go, bro. What's the outcome? Okay. Okay, let's go. That's something I really wanted. Um, so the reason why we're getting the solution is going to be obtaining resources, giving and receiving money is all because of recuperation and recovery. This is the card of taking it slow, okay? But not sitting. This is not the card of waiting and watching and hoping. Nah, you have to have some type of rhythm and beat. So as you're taking your time, finding your flow, getting yourself more steady, you're able to go after things that are new. Okay. Now, when it comes to balance, I'm going to say it in my opinion. Okay. My opinion is different from other people's opinions. My wisdom is through experience that I have done. Okay. That means different experiences give different wisdom, and different people experience the same thing in a different way. So I don't want y'all to think that I'm the higher, like I'm the mage of all mages and sages of all sages, because I'm not. I'm still learning just like you guys are. So when I say this, I mean this kindly. When you have balance in your life, okay, a lot of people think that this is the balance around you. This is the balance. This is not the balance. This is the balance you need for yourself. Like inside, you should feel like this. Okay? You should have a steady flow and it should be constant and it should be somewhere where you're relaxed, confident, and calm. And you may be afraid, but you're still able to go after the things that you like, right? The balance around you is going to be in a constant motion. It's going to be an emotion and a movement and a rhythm and a beat that you can keep up with. So I'm going to work. I rest. I take time off. I do some chores. I hang out with my friends. I rest again. I go to work. I rest. Right? So it's do, 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 so forth and so on, right? It's in a constant rhythm and beat. So while you're recuperating, you're recovering, you're taking your time, you're building yourself up, and you're going after it. But you're looking at things carefully. You're walking before you're running, kind of thing, okay? Because you're taking your time, you're going after new opportunities. New opportunities is going to help you with your recuperation and recovery because you're going after things that are working for you. By taking your time, you can look at things clearly, see it for what it is. Okay? At the end of the thing, it's going to be an opportunity that allows you to be independent and do your own stuff, as well as allows you to also work with people who are worth your time. Like if I'm going to be an independent boss, right? I'm I'm also going to be in the future having like very reliable, dependable co-workers and employees. So just because I'm a boss lady or a boss man or a boss person, right? And I got that king, queen, royal in between energy, that divine power. I'm not above not getting help. You need to balance teamwork and independence. You can't just go over there and be so independent that you don't ask anybody for anything. And you can't be so codependent that you can't live without somebody helping you. You have to be independent enough to have confidence in yourself, but be humble enough to ask for help when things are getting too much. By managing your time, by taking it easy, finding your rhythm and your beat, you're able to go after new things, which is going to be giving you opportunity to go after resources, right? I'm gaining these resources. I'm able to give and receive money because I'm able to do my own thing with the new opportunities coming to me because I took my time and I paced myself. All right. Now, last but never least, the theme of 2026 for the Taurus. I'm gonna be really honest with you guys. I may do the themes for the readings for some of y'all, and I may not do the themes for it. I may just be like at that point where I can just kind of like, okay, I see why all three of these kind of connect. But if y'all want me to, then like the next time when I do it on like Facebook or TikTok or whatever, I will be like, okay, guys, we're doing extras. I know a lot of y'all have Facebook, so at least Facebook is easily accessible for y'all. My social media is in my description in these videos, so you can follow me there. Now, why are we having? Okay. Bro, let's go. Let's go. I like this. Okay. Oh, I didn't know that this was a thing. I'm gonna put this there. It sounds like round and art, so I think nine of hearts is it. Okay. So because we're having victory and achievements for Taurus's theme of 2026, let's go, bro. It is all due to emotional detachment, which is what this year has been all about. Cutting people off, choosing yourself, making sure to be a healthy, happy version of yourself. I'm telling you guys now, as somebody who's on like day 85 or whatever, maybe 83 or 84, right? There are going to be ups and downs to it, and you're going to start learning how to be the healthy, happier version of yourself when you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. I started this thing on like September 10th. Dare I say like maybe September 13th, but it was September 10th. Yeah. That's the point this year. I was like, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. And so I'm just going to try to be like I'm going to try to look at things for what they are, right? And accept it as it is. If it's not good to be around with, I'm not engaging it. If it's good to be around with, I'm going for it. If it's somebody that's fugazi giving an vibe, yeah, no, we're not doing. I'm gonna just be myself and be happy. And whoever wants to join on the bandwagon can join on the bandwagon. If they don't, cool beans, awesome sauce. It's no sweat. Anyways, emotional detachment is helping you guys get your victory and achievements, cutting off people who are slowing you down. There are people who are pretending to love you. There are fake ass people who you know are kind of doing something weird. Maybe they are praying against you. Maybe they're wishing your downfall and they're smiling to your face. This could be a family member, a friend, a partner, an ex, a co-worker, an employee. Okay. By cutting them off and choosing yourself and being more emotionally grounded and guarded, you're not opening up to other people who are not worth your time. You're going after things, taking charge of your life, and trying new stuff. You're going to have new experiences, and you're also going to be doing the things that you've been wanting to do. Your outcome is spiritual growth and satisfaction. By balancing your shadow and your light and doing shadow work. I do not want anyone to ever come up to me and be like, well, so and so said shadow work is a fake. Shadow work is important. You see me here today. I'm not going to say that I'm the most confident person. I am not. I try. I'm really good at giving you guys that on these videos, but like I'm a very shy and kind of like nerdy person in person, right? I'm a nerd. I'm a dweeb. And I'm quiet all the time. But my point is that with spiritual growth, I'm able to fix myself. I used to be really angry all the time. I used to be very aggressive. I used to be very in your face. Because of shadow work, I learned that this place was coming from there. And if I deal with that, I'm able to have peace within myself. If you want to have love for yourself, You got to dance with your shadow. You got to sit down with your shadow self, your insecurities, your anger, your rage, the things that you've been running from, the trauma, the abuse, the pain. Sit with it, talk to them. Remember, this is a version of yourself that you're running away from. And then go over there, hug, kiss, and make up, and then just come out and be okay. Shadow work, we talked a lot about in part one, but like it's okay. Victory and achievements is going to come because you're at peace with yourself. You're learning to go after the things you want, not what other people want. You're not going to be scared to try new things because who knows, maybe the new things is a blessing in disguise. You shouldn't give up on your hopes and dreams, man. Yeah, all in all, that is your 2026 year reading. Just to give you guys a brief summary, you are going to learn who are your people and who are not your people. You are going to learn yourself. You're going to allow yourself to let go of old things that no longer suit you. Is it going to be easy? No. Is it going to be a little scary? Yeah. A lot of scary things are because they're new and we don't know what's going to happen. But like Spider-Man, right? Like Spider-Man into the Spider-Verse, if you guys watch Marvel and all of that, Peter Parker tells Miles Morales that you don't know when you're ready. It's just a leap of faith, right? You just gotta try it and see what happens. Um, that being said, you are going to heal the remaining of this year and most definitely next year. You're going to learn to forgive yourself. You're going to learn to work on your memories and your feelings and how your body reacts to stress and how your soul feels. That means mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual scars. Mental scars are memories, whether they be by the past, whether it be by a present time, whether it be the fear of a future thing happening. Memories are mental scars. Feelings are emotional scars. Some feelings are tied to certain memories and experience that has hurt us so deep that it sticks with us, either here, on our body, how we react to stress, how these feelings in mind, like my thought and my emotions, yeah, coming together, thinking about it. And in my mind, I'm like, oh my God, this feels really real, and what am I going to do? And all my days and all that, right? And your body reacts to it as if it's really happening because your body doesn't know the difference. Your mind and your heart are kind of like your mind is the leader, right? And your heart's like the right hand man or lady or person or whatever, right? These two are in charge of this. And this tells the soul what's going on. Okay? So when you're not working on your memories and your emotions and how you react to stress and how it affects your soul, you got to learn how to heal those. The third step ties into the second one. You're going to learn how your PTSD is, okay? When we go through trauma, when we go through abuse, when we go through betrayal, it's it's hard because a lot of times we are betrayed by those we are closest to, the ones that we love with all our hearts, the ones that we give our everything to. A lot of times that's where the betrayal is. So we're learning how to do with the trauma responses. Are we a flight? Do we run away and evade and avoid and not deal with issues? Are we a fight? Do we meet it with aggression and agitation? Are we a flop? Do we faint? Do we lose all mobility physically? Do we disassociate? Do we not allow ourselves to be in the present time? Do we run to empathy, right? Do we freeze? Do we stiffen up or black out? Because again, that's how our body handles stress. Are we a fawn? Do we try to talk our way out of it? Do we just tell people what they want to hear? Okay, there's like 17 or 12 different trauma responses. We tackle 5. I have them on my YouTube channel. I also have it on my Instagram, my TikTok, and Facebook. For the fawn responses, you're gonna have to kind of look down in there. We have like 900 and something videos, guys. It's there. It's not recent, but it's there. Anyways, right? trauma responses, anxieties, and things, how to ground ourselves, how to help ourselves when you feel triggered. Step 4, block the unnecessary people. Block them. No communication. Why you gotta waste your time with them? Listen here, baby. They had how many years? Because we know that they took your 2025. They had how many years? Mm. Yeah, they had long enough time, baby. If they're not going to treat you guys right, they are not worth your time at all. If they're going to lie, deceive, manipulate, and go over there and play the helpless victim while they're the ones doing all this bullshit, we're not about to engage. Their subscription has ran out and dry. Ain't nobody got time for that. You cannot resubscribe to Taurus because Taurus is unrescribable. You should have acted right when you had your chance, right? That's the mentality you're gonna bring in. Step 5. After we're done blocking people like step 4, right? Getting rid of all the fakeness and the ugliness. We're gonna learn ourselves again. This is step 5. I'm learning myself again. I'm building my confidence. I'm figuring out that I'm actually really good at this, this, and this. This is something I like to try, so I'm gonna go try something new. I'm gonna take myself on a date. I'm gonna treat myself. I'm going to practice self love, self acceptance, and being able to know what I want for myself before I go out there and try to get it. Because if I don't know how to treat me, like if you don't know how to treat yourself right, you do not know how to treat yourself good. You're gonna settle for bullshit. I've done it many times. Okay, I thought, oh well, you know what? It doesn't matter if I don't know how to treat myself. I'll find the really nice person, and they'll love me, and then they can treat me right because I don't want to do the work. Mm. And how did that turn out for me? Do you see any ring on this finger? I guess it didn't work out. I don't even have a relationship, so it didn't work. You got to love yourself before you can love other people and allow somebody to love you because you're not going to trust their affection if they are good. And you're not going to accept good love if you get somebody off the madam, like not the madam, that's kind of a weird way to put it, off the like off the thing, right? So I'm going to go over there. I'm not ready to be in a relationship. I'm going to take this person. This person's going to love me. And this person end up abusing me. Love yourself, Taurus. That's why the fifth step is healthy. It's good. It is what you need to do. Love yourself. Treat yourself. Know how you want to be treated so you can treat other people with love and kindness and also receive it. Step 6. That's right. There's only 6 steps of healing, guys. Some people have 25,000 steps. 6 steps repeatedly as you go on. I want you to understand the day you decided to really heal is you accepting the fact that you were going to unlearn everything that was taught to you, relearn healthy things, focus on what you need and how you can feel the needs of others without killing yourself, and connecting with higher and more kinder people. You know what I mean? Like, I'm so sorry. My eyes are fucking killing me. What the hell? Okay. Anyways, like I was saying, those are your steps of healing. The first 3 steps are going to be very hard. But the last 3 steps are going to be super fun. You got to go through the hard stuff before you get to the fun stuff. All right? Now, while you're healing and you're balancing your shadow and your light and all that, it's going to really allow you to build your confidence and go after the things that you like. So, all in all, you guys got this. Stay tuned for more. We are going to be doing Virgos next. Yeah. So, before I go, again, please follow and subscribe if you like what I do. We are going to be doing a lot of 2026 year readings. So buckle up buttercups because I'm done with the English versions of it. I am doing straight on to the Spanish. So that's going to be super cool because it's going to be our first time doing it. Another thing is I'm going to be working on doing collaborations with a few people. Quite a few of them have YouTube as well. So when that happens, I will totally let you guys know who I will be working with just for my Dark Minds and Butterflies, which are again TED Talks that I have. If you guys are interested in having a card reading with me, please go to my descriptions and follow me either on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok, or Snap. Here's the thing, I don't use Snap. Snap is really for FaceTiming people who want readings, palms, or cards, or just counseling sessions. I'm mainly on Instagram the most. I do TikTok, but I don't message on TikTok. And Facebook is okay, but like I feel like it'd be Instagram and Facebook would be the best. I don't use WhatsApp. I tried it last year. My whole thing got messed up. I got hacked and attacked, and it was just it went so bad that I don't give my WhatsApp number to people. So Instagram and Facebook are my go-to for the thing. You're also welcome to leave a message on the bottom of this live, right, when you guys are watching it, and be like, "Hey, I'm interested in a reading." Okay, but yeah, descriptions will have my stuff. So you can have a general reading. I can do a 2026 year reading. My special for the 2026 are if you have MTN, Airtel, or mobile money. These kind of transfer things into like Uganda shillings or other currencies. And since I visit Uganda for my family and I visit the States as well, I have PayPal and Zelle for USD and Airtel for Uganda shillings. So if you happen to have one of these, is 25K Uganda shillings for a 2026 year reading, or $20 through PayPal and Zelle for a 2026 reading with you and me talking about what the year is going to be about for you. So, yeah, I do love readings, career readings, and much more. I read personalities through your palms and I give out counseling and advice. Though I'm not a certified counselor, I have counseled quite a few people, and my business has been running for almost 2 years. We will be celebrating a year of YouTube on December 20th, 19th, or the 21st. The 20th is like our year mark, right? But I don't know if I'll post anything on that day. And because I'm having the specials due to the fact that we're celebrating a year on YouTube and 2 years of Marikuma Healing running. So yeah, subscribe and follow for more. I have a lot of videos that I don't always do for Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok and things. So you guys get like new videos on YouTube. Okay? All right. Peace out. Slay the day. Be happy and be gay. I love you guys. And remember, Taurus, you deserve the best, not less. Or whoever this reading may be resonating with.